now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
Hey, man, we going straight in, man. No intros, no nothing. What's good, man? It's Fresh Out, man. What's going
on? Right, baby.
Hey, what's cracking? What's cracking?
What's good? What's good? Hit that sub and like buttons if y'all haven't yet. Go ahead and support the world's most dangerous podcast. Go ahead and cop your merch if you haven't yet either. You know what I'm saying? Cop a little something for the one time for Sugar Dig. Iceberg Slim, how's the game treating you out there? Oh yeah. Y'all see what it is out there, right? I'm good. Jay Kim with the red light special was good.
What's cracking, man?
No, Jay Kim, what's going on down there, man?
Same ish, different toilet, man. What's cracking y'all's way?
No.
It's good. Like I said, man, we had to give everybody just a little taste on the Saturday, man. Just a little red light special with the Jay Kemp. So we gotta give them the Saturday special, man. Right. Just want to give just some more bars, man. That Wednesday wasn't enough, man. So we had to come on the Saturday, just little surprise joint. You know, we always keep everybody surprised. So if you coming in, man, just we got a little quick show for you. The show is definitely gonna be a little gangster tonight, man. A little off the cuff.
Oh yeah.
Bebo P, man, what's going down real quick before we go in, man?
Hey, man, busy but blessed. How's the game treating you, Iceberg?
Yeah, it's always, man. Always good, man. It's how you get in the game, man. So I'm good.
There you go.
If you don't know what you're watching, it's Fresh Out Podcast, man. Jay Kemp, Bebo P, LB, the guy, not the Godfather, but the Podfather. You know, what I'm saying? It down every Wednesday, 9:30. We're here. Every now and then we may hit you on a Saturday, man, but we wanted to give you some extra love tonight. If you love what my guys are doing, man, hit that cash app, Fresh Out show, man. You know how we do it, and we honestly just do this for the fans, man. We do this for y'all.
That's right.
So I wanted to talk about a few things, man, and just kind of get y'all thoughts on a few things, man. I want to talk about that Blackstar, man. You know, like it's been 24 years since Blackstar, which is Most Def, Talib, man, have basically dropped an album, man. That's crazy, bro. What's y'all thoughts, man, on just the announcement? Because at first they was doing the Old Man River dance, talking about, we don't believe in streaming. And the next thing you know, they come out and announce this basically dropping. And it's all produced by Mad Lib as well. What's your thoughts on just that right there?
First of all, shout out to Mad Lib. He was in my top 5 LA draft. People was trying to hate, but Mad Lib is a super producer right now. He's in his bag. He's produced some of the best albums in the past 3 years. So shout out to Mad Lib first and foremost. Second of all, we need this Blackstar.
We do.
I'm gonna need whatever source of. Yeah, I don't know if we should do it, man. Come on, Most to live. We need that, like, bro. Like you just said, Slim. We've been waiting on this for years, man. Like we was damn near kids when the first Blackstar. I was in high school when the first Blackstar dropped, and it's still that album has aged gracefully, and we know that Most and Talib have aged gracefully as MCs now. Some of Talib's albums have been but Most really has not dropped a bad project, so to speak. But we know when these two dudes come together, it's like it's dynamite. It's flame and dynamite. you know
the bars are gonna be extra.
You know serious. It's gonna be serious, and the content is gonna be serious. If you're a fan of just underground, conscious, supreme lyricism, Blackstar is gonna give it to you. And we need these dudes to we need it. I don't want to sit here and say I wish they would do it. I'm saying we need it. Like there's needs and wants. Yes, I want it, but we also need it.
Grown man music, man. We need that. Bars represent that Flatbush all day. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What say you, Bebo?
Oh, I concur, man. It's been a little over 2 decades, as Iceberg said, since we've had that classic duo, and then Most Def, now you've seen Bey and Talib Kweli, man, and now it's been time that we've had it, but at the same time, I understood what Yassine was getting at, when
I do too.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
facts.
I get it.
You definitely want to, 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 you want to give what you're worth, but you also want to get what you're worth. Is essentially
Yeah, you don't want to get Charlie hustled. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to get Charlie hustled.
Oh yeah. And the game, as you said, J Camp, in so many words, the game has been fiending for it. We need this album. We need other vintage Essence releases like this.
Drop a bomb for that. Yeah.
That have been, that the fans have been itching for. Not just out of some selfish, need or want or whatever, or however you want to word that, not out of some form of selfishness is what I'm trying to say. But
absolutely,
it's really also because the game needs it.
The
game needs it in the lack of quality music that's been coming out for several years now. So when you have a classic duo such as Blackstar and groups and individuals like that, make such an announcement, you got folks salivating, chomping at the bit. So, hey, you already know.
And just one other note to that, Bebo. I mean, these dudes are like a direct lineage from like Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of carried that torch from Q-Tip and them. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had too many cats who's really been able to pick up the baton. Little Brother here and there. I mean, there's been some others.
That might have been the last from that lineage, so to speak.
It might have been the last, man. And we really need that. I mean, because if we ain't getting Outkast, you know what I'm saying? I put Blackstar right up there with Fuji.
We need some real boom bap, like the real boom bap, like with the bars on top of it. And I think also, just like Slaughterhouse had that issue with, okay, how do we transfer from the early 2000s to now as far as the business has changed, but still have that same essence of the music, but how do we do the business? So I think with Slaughterhouse and Blackstar kind of figuring that out a little bit, I guess Slaughterhouse didn't, but with Blackstar maybe figuring out, maybe some other artists will say, hey, you know what, if they did it, I can come out too, you know what I'm saying? So maybe some of the older OGs that we need to hear will start saying, you know what, if Blackstar and them do it, hey, we can too.
Right.
Well, plus there's a lot of platforms like FRSHOUT that's gonna pump that heavy. You know what I'm saying? So
major.
It's not just FRSHOUT who's saying we need that Blackstar. I mean, I've heard cats like Nori, like not to plug other shows, but Drink Champs and others have been plugging that Blackstar. Like, like we need that. Like,
right.
I mean, go ahead, Bebo.
No. You what was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, I'm sure Yasin and Talib hear it. You know what I'm saying? But to hear it from your contemporaries, though, that we need.
Right.
Like, to me, that's a powerful message saying, like, look, we the same age as you brothers. Just about. You know what I'm saying? It might be a 3-4 year difference, but still.
Correct.
I'm telling you, like, we need that because that changed how I listen to hip hop and how I feel about hip hop just in general. Like those albums that came out of Rockets, man, like that was like the last feel good era for me, personally speaking, of hip hop, to where I kind of got the spiritual guidance, but also the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like they was leading us down a positive path. It wasn't just about, not that I don't mind drug rap, but it wasn't just that. It was a completely different lane that was positive. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama can jam Blackstar.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? When you dropping songs like Brown Skin Lady and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Definition.
The definition, like these are songs that the gen older than us jam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we need that Blackstar, man. We need that.
Definitely do. We need more of that vibe of 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, most definitely.
Ooh, yeah. We need some real good boom bap, and like I said, lately I've been feeling like the old man. I'll get off my line joint, and Jay Camp, get off my line. But man, it's like, dude, it's a refreshing, man, to get some real dope lyrics, real dope bars. And I think the bars are back. I think this year maybe represents the bars coming back. Salute to all the mumble rappers and all that. But
salute to
hey man,
salute.
We gotta have a balance, yo, and it comes from the OGs, man. Because the younger dudes, honestly, even if they know how to flow like that, they're like, where's the money in it? You know what I'm saying? So to me, we gotta show that boom bap can make that money. You know what I'm
And
saying?
not to and like you said, Slim, not to hate on the young cats because they have a lane too. They obviously are making music that their generation wants. And I respect that because to me, they're moving hip hop forward. We
Yeah.
just need to make sure that we're going full circle.
Right.
We want to make sure that hip hop touches everybody, not just one generation. Hip hop is generational; it spans generations. So we need what Iceberg is saying. We need that OG music too.
Yeah.
And it comes out May 3rd. So
May 3rd. Yep.
We're gonna be definitely reviewing that record. Definitely. You know
Absolutely.
Yeah. We just want some, we need some balance is all we're trying to say. So it's all good on
and I hope they address everything in this record. You know what I'm saying? I hope they address everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So speaking of addressing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like the Pusha T, you know what I'm saying, Jay Kemp, aka that Jake Roberts. Favorite dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He bodied the little McDonald's joint. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to body a real record, man. So that neck and wrist, man, it was serious. Then of course, we got the surprise Jay-Z little feature that, okay, what's he gonna do on it? So when I heard it, I was like, Jay-Z, it kind of sounded like he's sick or something like on the record, but he was spitting, man. Number one, what was y'all thoughts just on the song when y'all heard that the song and the beat on that new push?
I'll let you kick it off, Bebo.
No, I just thought I thought about L the Podfather and his statement. Peace to the Podfather.
Peace to the Podfather.
About that situation in our little private group text, which is the fact that this sounds like something that Iceberg would have produced. And it is because, Iceberg's been known to produce nothing less than bangers. And this,
that's absolute truth. Shout out to I hustle. I grind.
Yeah, because this took us definitely back to the platinum.
This was ASR 10 type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
ASR 10, the beat machine. Yep. But I mean, in addition to that, man, it's a dope record. It is pause. No pun intended. It's a dope record. I mean, they both did their thing. I do hear what Iceberg was saying in that Jay just might have sounded either sick or different on there. Push, you already know what he does, and I don't know if I'd say it's a classic verse hip hop VCR, but it was
I think it was classic, man, because at least he was being humble in the joint.
Yeah, he was being humble. He was being humble. I mean, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? No shade. It's just I think it was a solid verse by Jay. So and I know we'll get to more of the context of certain one or two bars that he said in relation to the commission, but I mean, you already know what Push does. You know what I'm saying? He delivered.
I could have heard some complete bars on this too, though. You know what I'm saying?
What were some of the complete references that you heard?
No, I'm talking about I just can hear complete on this joint. You know, just on the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's icy. It's that grab your toast. You know what I'm saying?
It is a grab your toast.
Bang your toast.
Oh man.
What was your thing? What was your thing, Jay, on the record, man?
Man, it was I thought it was dope. Pause again, like Bebo said, and I also agree with Bebo. Why I don't think it was classic Jay. I thought it was a phenomenal verse by Jay today. Like Jay been up and down ever since that Jay Electronica album. I feel like he's been up and down with his bars, but Jay came with it on this one without a shadow of a doubt. He did. And the fact that he was humble, like Slim said, made me really appreciate the essence that he was coming with and the realness. Because I ain't heard that Jay in a while. So for me, I just appreciated that. And it made me feel good to hear Jay in that lane. But also, man, like the vibe would do that to you too. So shout out to Pharrell, super producer extraordinary himself. I mean, shout out to Push for bringing that out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't like Jay just heard Push's verse and was like, I'm gonna just come with something. I'm a billionaire. You know, he didn't come with that. He came with that real deal. So, man, I mean, the song is class. I would say I'm almost saying the song is classic. I'm almost there. I need to listen to it a couple of more times.
It's this thing. If you listen to it in the house, go listen to it in the car when you're riding, and it'll change
That's
the
what
whole
I got to
perspective,
do.
bro.
I haven't listened to it in the car yet. I listened to it
Listen to it in the whip,
crib.
and to me, it excites me to hear the whole record from Push.
Yeah, because I like to hear joints like this, man, on some studio monitors. You know what I'm saying? Like to really,
because
you know what I'm saying, like where it's not bass heavy. I get like a good even sound where the lyrics are even, the drums, everything is even.
Right.
And it's the track sounds so good, man. It's so well produced and so well just coveted from a lyrical standpoint, man. Shout out to both Push and Jay, man, for bringing it on here.
Shout
Well,
out.
and like I said, Jay, you know, like I said, Push been invited to them brunches, man. He been in that Grove probably, so he got that Jay verse. But Jay, to me, this is one of the better verses from Jay since the 444 record. But he was dropping. Basically, to me, he's been listening to a lot of podcasts. He's probably been listening to FRSHOUT because we talk about this all the time, and we actually talked about this with Hip Hop VCR. Shout out to him. Go check out his YouTube channel where we talked about would Jay have been as big as he was, which is funny that we just talked about that. Would he be as big as he was if Big survived the shooting? And so he addressed that in the record, saying even if Big survived, I would have been in the commission, so I would have been good. Hov would have still been Hov. You know what I'm saying? It's the universe. Allah said so. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, again, what you guys just thought about the verse, and what's your thoughts on even just, you know, would Jay be as big? Would he be a billionaire if Big would have survived that? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Dame said he was going to sign with Rockefeller, Jay-Z was, and they were going to do the commission because he didn't want to go under the monarch Jay-Z anymore. He was going under Iceberg Slim. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts just on the subliminals and just the direct addressing of that hip hop supergroup?
Well, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You got it.
Well, I know that Dame saying that Big was gonna go over to Rockefeller at some point. I know that could be argued because I know
could be cap too.
Yeah.
Could be a little cap. You know, Dame like the cap, man. You know.
Well, what was that, Iceberg?
I said Dame likes the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There definitely could be some cap there. So, I'm not gonna necessarily stick to the claim that Big would have signed over to Rockefeller shortly after his Bad Boy days. I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but I'm not gonna say that he would either. Because it's been said that he wanted to start his own label. But I do believe that Jay's correct in his line if fans would have received the commission album to some, or Jay, that basically the commission album would have happened, if Big were still alive. I do believe that to be the case. I do think that there would be some possible issues just offhand with the Lil Kim and Charlie Baltimore situation, given
man, we're gonna work that out, man. We're gonna work it out. The ladies gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, hey. Yeah.
And then that's what Jay-Z was, that's why Jay-Z had issues with the group when he was living, because he was like, yo, like I can't do this, like you smashing both the chicks, like what's going down? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm right there with Jay if that circumstance was, or that if that was the mindset of, you know, Jay toward Big or whatever. But nonetheless, it still would have been a great situation to have that commission album. I know, shout out to Carcino. I remember him saying a minute ago, he said that Victory song was going to be actually called the commission before obviously everything happened.
Right.
And then it obviously eventually went to Diddy. And then, you know, it was also said that, or the possibility, and I want to emphasize the fact that it would have been a possibility that Nas would have been on there, along with Jay and Big on that commission album. But regarding whether or not Jay would have been as successful if Big were alive today, I personally don't think so. I do think that Jay-Z still would have been very successful, but I think with his dominance of a presence that Biggie Smalls presented in the game, I think that again, Jay definitely still would have been successful, but I think Big still would have served as an overshadowing presence in comparison. But that's my thoughts. Do y'all feel different?
Well, you know what? I'm a never say never. While I do agree with you in principle,
Okay.
Bebo, I think we've seen hip hop where guys have been equally kind of on that same plane. We've seen X, we've seen J, we've seen
Right.
50. Like when these dudes are at their peak, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've seen them kind of share the same stage. And I can't really say one was bigger than the other at the time. You know what I'm saying? So while in my heart of hearts, I want to say Jay wouldn't be as big. I got to take a step back from that and kind of look at this realistically and just
Okay.
kind of look at what we've seen kind of throughout, you know what I'm saying, the game state up until now. It's
Okay.
very possible, man, that they could have been equals. I mean, it's very, very, it's a
That is
very real
possible. That's
possibility.
reasonable. Yeah.
It
I
really
think they
is.
had so much respect for each other. And then let's be clear, like Biggie was doing this in his 20s, man. Like he understood the game very fast.
He
It was
did.
He
like, yo,
did.
I understand the publishing game. Okay, he changed up his whole image once he taught the Pac. He was like, okay, I'm gonna wear like I'm gonna be basically. He was the first Mace. Let's be clear, because he
Yeah.
went from thugging it out to talking about Versace and bull.
Yeah.
So he
And
didn't
that's
have
where
a
I was
shiny
about to go
suit
with
on.
it.
He switched his whole image because he
That's where
understood
I was about
that,
to
hey
go
man, this is
to.
the money.
Because all it takes is one slip. You change your image that people ain't feeling no more, or you come out with a bad album that can easily bring you back down to earth, and it could bring you back down in that equal playing field. Now, that's not to say Biggie would ever have done that. I'm just saying the what ifs, because what we're speaking now is in what if terms. So
Yeah,
we want to be,
we got a
so we
kufi on.
gotta, yeah. So we got to look at, you know what I'm saying, everything. So I
Sure.
don't want to say that Jay-Z absolutely could not have. So there's a possibility that he could have been even eclipsed Biggie. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say never because it's a possibility, but
I
it's
think Diddy
hard.
would have stopped the. I think Diddy would have put the brakes on all that, man, because he would have saw that money running out of there, man. But
Facts. But
That's
I will say too,
Diddy would have
again,
stabbed somebody.
it's hard to say it because of how big and how powerful Big was, you know what I'm saying, like before he passed and even after he passed, because we still talk about Big as a demigod of rap.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm
with
saying?
Pac
So
being gone, who else was? I mean, he had a clear lane to
he had a
alley oop
clear
that boy.
lane.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's true too. I didn't want to overshadow the Pac element, because
yeah.
There was nobody. So okay, look, hey man, I got Jay, Kim, then like a focused Charlie Baltimore. You got
That
Lil Steve
commission
doing
would have been
Life for you know
serious
what I'm
though.
saying? Like
it would have
That
been
commission would have been serious. Like that. I
Clark Kent
mean,
on that boy, and
yeah.
who else?
And
God,
there's no telling what
Hitman.
our producers would have had a track on there, because Primo probably would have had something on there.
Primo, probably a few of the Hitmen.
Oh
Hitman would
yeah,
have been clowning, man. Ski.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gosh,
man, like I said, man, it would have been crazy, man. But I think Jay, I agree with Bebo. I think Jay would have been big, pause. But as a billionaire, I don't think so.
And that's why I was agreeing with Bebo too. I just wanted to kind of take a step back and say, with trajectory, you just never know, because
that's true though. That's
when
true.
somebody's in the game long enough, you know what I'm saying, like not everybody bats 1,000. Like that's very, very few, far in between. I mean, you can even say, I mean, I personally feel like Outkast has never put out a bad album,
Nope.
but some have been better than others. You know what I'm saying? There's been things that's been better than others where I've been like, y'all probably could have left that track off there. So
Mhm.
I don't feel like Big would have been batting 1,000 had he still been living. I feel like there would have been a dud in there somewhere to where Jay-Z could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have been on their blueprint. Because a blueprint, Jay-Z shows up regardless. I mean, he's gonna
Right.
be they're gonna be in the same living room. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna be on the same couch in the same living room. I'll put it that way.
Let me ask you this though: given the trajectory of what we know from the history of Biggie's career and life, just based off of the trajectory, not necessarily based on what ifs,
Yeah.
based on the past, what would be your assessment in regards to Jay's success compared to Big's?
I mean, Biggie was on Jupiter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z
Plus,
hit the
Biggie
moon.
could pick beats better than Jay did.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So I think from a swag perspective, I'll start with swag and I'm gonna trickle down.
Okay.
Iceberg said it. Big was already ahead and was on that Versace and stuff. Big was talking stuff that other cats wasn't talking about. So he was already ahead there. Then when he started to do the tracks with Bone, he started to venture off and switch his delivery up. He was getting in different lanes as far as different regions. So Big was already ahead and doing things. He was like
all Jay did was just copy that what you talking about right there, Jay.
I was just about to say that.
When he did the UGK joint, that was a Biggie move, man.
That was a Biggie move, and that's what I was saying. So Big was already on Jupiter.
Right.
I mean, he'd already put the flag on the moon. He'd been past. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, he was like, yo, I need to get Too Short. What dude from New York was like, yo, I gotta get Too Short on the record?
Absolutely.
And then remember Jay-Z was on that high remix. Like Jay was like, he understood the formula from Biggie, but Biggie got the formula, in my opinion, from just Diddy, those big wig cats, man, from Arista, and also Pac, man. You gotta respect some of the convo they had with Pac, because Pac had the formula, man.
And if we being honest too, Redman and Method Man was really in that same lane. They was already doing joints with cats out west. They was already doing joints with cats from the Midwest. They was already doing that.
Yeah.
So that it just happened to be that, I mean, they're more underground than Big was at the time. But when we talk about somebody who really just kind of kicked open the door just on a national scene, when they was actually infiltrating pop culture, Big did that first.
Hey, let's be clear too. A lot of Jay-Z's hits were Biggie's ideas that he just kind of like, remixed on in there. You know what I'm saying?
On, my guy.
Hey man, Jay Camp is 100%. Give this dude the bars of the week because he's spitting 100% facts. Biggie had the plan. I mean, if you go back and listen to some of the stuff he was saying, you're like, oh my God, even on the Back to Cali joint, like
I had to go back when I was older.
I'm like, what the?
You know what I'm saying? What? Like some of those bars hit me when I was older.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because a lot of that stuff came out when we was like anywhere from 14 to 16. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff. So I had to go back and listen to that as I was older in college and had to and that's when some of them bars kind of hit me like, man, Biggie was ahead, bro.
Ahead of the game. I'm trying to tell you. So he understood, hey, I understand there's markets. So I got to get somebody from the West. Let me get somebody from the Midwest with the Bone joint. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that basically brought R. Kelly to the camp. You know what I'm saying? That had him smashing you tonight. Then let's remember, he had Cam in the tuck too. He had Cam and Mace in the tuck because he was grooming Mace on the business. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So you got Cam and Mace in the tuck too? Man, come on, man. Everybody would have followed. If Big would have left, everybody would have followed, man. He's almost like LeBron on a team, man. He's going to basically hold it down. But if he leaves, that franchise is screwed.
It's done. I was going to say the same thing about LOX too, because really Big and Styles P, Jada, Sheik, they all kind of give Big those flowers as far as like teaching them the game, showing them like you don't have to really wear the shiny suit, but you at least got to put on the glove.
Fact.
You got to put the MJ glove on.
Oh, that MJ glove.
You can still.
I mean, Biggie always said, "Hey, man, there's Biggie and there's Christopher." You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie's his own person. And there's
Frank White.
Yeah, it's Frank White. Yeah, but like I said, in my opinion, man, like Jay took a lot of cues from him, and to me, it's almost like when you watch that YouTube video where Kobe's doing every move that Jordan did. You know what I'm saying? Where like it's a copy move. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's like my MJ's the original, so you can't say Kobe's gonna be better than MJ. Maybe, but a lot of the cues are from the originator, which is to me
and you can still be great. You can still be legendary.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like I don't hate on cats for not being original. I mean, I don't, because if you can take that and still do it at an elite level, more power to you. You won't get the respect at the end of the day when we start ranking. You know what I'm saying? When we start to put you on the pantheon and we start ranking, you know.
Speaking of ranking, man, we gotta talk about this J. Cole, man, Dreamville mixtape. I can't judge it as an album, it's a mixtape. Jay can't put me on the Earth Gang. I've been banging the Earth Gang. They came out with the new record in January. Been smashing it. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You almost want to put on some bell bottoms and some black forces, man. With it, it's so Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's so Atlanta, country, man. But it's dope. This D-Day situation, I get it. Let's do a throwback. Let's get the Gangsta Grillz swag on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get everybody out there, especially before the Dream Fest joint, the Dreamville Fest situation. It was a dope move.
That was a dope move.
The music, I don't know. Am I the old man saying get off my line? Bebo P, were you feeling the record? I mean, were you feeling the tracks, man? Like, cause it has some dope, features on it. JID's dope. I mean, the dudes are fire, man. But what am I missing, man? What's going on, man? What am I missing, man?
I don't think you're missing anything. I don't think it's a generational gap situation.
Nah.
You're from a different generation than the music that's being presented here. I just think that there's just a lack of fluidity with this album or mixtape. I really do.
Facts.
And I'm speaking from a well balanced mind as possible, or at least as best possible.
You're not hating, bro. You're not hating at all.
It's funny because J Camp's the one that's always putting out the Earth Gang and the JIDs and so forth. Go back to our prior episodes here at FRSHOUT for that.
Check the catalog, baby.
Oh yeah. But this was like the moment for me to be like, okay, I finally get to hear what J Camp was talking about.
Yeah, they failed me.
And it not in terms of them as groups or music.
Yeah, individuals. Yeah, I got you.
The music of this project, it just didn't really hit. There were some songs that I liked. The starting five, I was okay with that, minus the sound of its hook.
Yeah.
Definitely both of the J. Cole joints. The Freedom of Speech, the Blackberry Sap, Like Wine, Everybody Ain't Ish, The Ball in the Newport, Big Trouble Freestyle, Heaven's
Good point, Hip Hop VCR.
Yeah. But the thing is though, even with it being a mixtape Hip Hop VCR, I mean, it still could have been a lot better. Which
it could have.
There's too much talent over here, man. To be, this is a Lakers joint. You know what I'm saying? It's too much talent, man, to be shooting bricks, man.
It's definitely something I would.
And then this thing, like, we shouldn't be experimenting no more. We know what hits, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree 100% with Hip Hop VCR. And actually, there's a video on his channel where they're talking about the DMX record and how they basically did some marketing strategy for it. So my thing is, my opinion, J. Cole knows what works. I mean, you got the sound. I think they're almost trying to do too much. Like, you're trying to bring that Atlanta, but then bring that Kentucky, North Carolina swag with it. And it's like, okay, are you trying to make music for the T-tops? Are you trying to make it for the little minivan, the little caravan?
Right.
What you trying to do?
Gave off a maybe 10, 15 years ago type of sound or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, I agree.
I don't think we're mad at the the diversity that they were trying to put on out there acoustically or sonically or whatever. There's no shade on that. It just didn't mesh well. They could have definitely picked better production. I think it just sounded rushed and it just sounded thrown together. That's how it sounded.
That's the perfect way.
The other thing, man, was the quality. Like, it sounded like they recorded this in a tour bus.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it sounds.
Joint,
that's exactly what it sounds like.
Well,
that's exactly what it sounds like, man.
You know what I'm saying, on the mixtape stuff or vibe or whatever. But
yeah,
I hear what you're talking about with the sound quality is what you.
And to me, the album cover is how the music sounds. There's a whole bunch of explosions. Like, it's like they were trying to get on their like rockstar swag, but then it's like, yo, we normally used to hearing the smoothness, you know, like almost like the
Yeah.
organized noise coming out of their camp. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
and that first Dreamville to me, man, was a very good template for
Yeah.
them to stick to. 'Cause that first Dreamville was fire, man. That's what put on a lot of the Earth Gangs and the JIDs. That's why I was so excited for this album, man. And it just hurt me because I'm pumping these cats so badly because I've heard their individual projects and I know how good they are
Okay.
individually. Even the Earth Gang and JID album that they dropped it was cold, but it fit them or what they do.
Right.
So I feel like this D-Day album took Earth Gang out of the lane that they've been in. It took JID out of the lane that he's been in. You just put them on like some trap beats and tell them just to rhyme. We already know they can rap. Cole.
Right.
I think
these dudes
sometimes,
can
man,
flow.
I think they're like, okay, well, maybe some of the organized noise, you know, grassroots records that we doing is not hitting in the colleges, it's not hitting in the clubs. So let's try to do something for the strip clubs. Let's try to do something for the young ones. Let's try to get a little bit more younger and edgier. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the
and
thing with that,
it was almost too edgy in my opinion. But maybe I'm the old man saying get off my lawn.
But see, I don't think you are. But at the same time, Earth Gang has such a powerful fan base. I call it the currency route.
Facts.
They don't. Earth Gang don't need to drop albums like Drake does. They already have a fan base. It don't matter where Earth Gang tours. They gonna have fans, just like Spitter has fans. People look for that type of music. Once you build your base and you keep feeding them with what they want, which is what Earth Gang is currently doing, that's what they fans want to hear. And I was on some page where like it was like a Earth Gang fan page, and they was going in on Cole, like, hey man, this ain't the Earth Gang that I asked for, which is true. That's why you cannot veer away from what you're doing. And I know we've kind of clowned Tory Lanez on this show a couple of times, but at least Tory Lanez stays in his lane. He gives his fans
Tory
what
stays
they
in
ask
his
for.
lane.
He stayed in his lane, just like Currency. Currency is not going to do nothing different than what he's been doing for the past 15 years.
Yeah,
he makes good stoner music, and he picks great producers. Great producers.
So, you know, that's a great point, because it's always important, no matter who you are as an artist, whether you're on the A-list sector or, you know, somewhere other than that. It's always important to stay in tune with whatever or wherever your core is as a creator. Otherwise, when you just play loosey goosey and then expect it to stick, you know, oftentimes your fan base is going to hold you accountable to it.
Yeah.
So that's what that sounds like, J Camp, from what you said in the section, you know, comment section of what that was.
And that's the problem with being good. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing with being good, because your fans are going to hold you accountable. And Slim made a perfect comparison to the Lakers. It's like a Laker album. Like there is a expectation if you a Laker fan.
Yeah.
And
there's expectation on Dreamville.
Yes.
I expect it to almost be like a Hitsville, like almost like the old Motown. Like,
they have
hey man,
so
we're gonna
many,
make sure these records are dope.
Yeah.
They have so many really good young artists, man, who have potential to really outshine and outgrow the game.
I can hear that.
But these dudes got talent. Like, no, we're not knocking the raps. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the flow at all. It's the direction of the actual music.
Correct.
That made me upset, because I'm just like, look, I feel like you letting the Earth Gang fans down, the JID fans, the Boz fans. You letting all these cats fans down by coming out with this. J. Cole, even your own fans. It's just like when you said that it sounded like it was made on a tour bus. That's exactly what it sounded like. Now Migos can do that. Y'all can't do that.
Yeah.
Like Migos is in that lane. They can make classics on a tour bus, because that's what a lot of they classic hits was made on a tour bus. They was
right.
Well, the other thing too, man, I think, you know, because every artist says, hey man, you know what, my deal is my deal. I can't make a lot of money on it. I can make more money though if I have a label deal and sign a whole bunch of cats and then put them out. You know, Biggie and Junior Mafia, you know what I'm saying? 50 Cent and G Unit. Yeah. I'll make more money off this deal than I ever will off my solo deal. So I understand what J. Cole is doing and also giving people an opportunity, but it's almost like it's too many people. Like you got too many people going on, and everybody needs individual attention, individual promotion. I think he's fumbling. In my opinion, he's fumbling the bag with JID. In my opinion,
big time.
I
Big
think
time.
Earth Gang should be the new Outcast. They should be just as big as Outcast.
That's what
So
they sound like. That's
what they sound like. But to me, the vibe of the music, but also just the ambiance, man, is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It needs to get to the masses, and I don't know what the answer is, but in my opinion, with Cole being so big, that they should be bigger, and they should be doing arenas. You know what I'm saying? They should be touring all over the world. They should be overseas, like big. You know what I'm saying? They should be that next coming, man, of these new, like Jay was saying earlier, these new rappers that get it and that's feeding the youngins. You know what I'm saying? And spitting some knowledge too.
And that's the thing too, man, because I guarantee you they have a big core overseas too, because of the type of flow they get. I mean, it's different, man. That Cole should have been putting JID out there to be the next Kendrick, because that's when I hear JID spit, that's what I feel. That's what makes me feel like
JID is that new Ken.
He should be the next Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? He should be. But he's not being promoted that way. But I have heard too, like, and not to take anything away from Dreamville, that I've heard that JID is lazy at times. Like he gets in his own way. I read that. I don't know if it's true or not. So if JID, if you listen, bro, I'm a fan. First of all, I'm just quoting what I read. You know, it said that he is a slightly.
I mean,
lazy.
dude, we've dealt with artists. We understand how artists are, man, and they get lazy, and plus they get in their own head too. As far as like what to drop, how to drop, and you tell them, hey man, drop this. Nah, man, I'm gonna drop what my brother said to drop. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
Deal with that. We deal with that now. We deal with
facts. I mean, like I said, talent is to me, honestly, with most rappers, it's never the problem with the talent per se. It's normally the direction of like we were just talking about with the Biggie thing. Biggie got it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a little bit of shiny suit a little bit, and so sometimes the keeping it real goes wrong.
Yep. Ain't nothing wrong with throwing that MJ glove on. Like I said, you just got to put the sparkly glove on every once in a while, man.
So, like I said, man, it's more of like, hey, man, you know, it's a weed plate. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it's a mixtape. But to me, I do want to see more from Earth Gang. I want to see them doing more, getting on more. I want to see them collaborating with maybe it's like the dope thing that I can say about Diddy, man, is Diddy would take a ODB and put him on a Mariah Carey record. To not only to put out the hip hop, but also to get them in a different market, get them around different genres. I want to see Earth Gang maybe do something with a Cardi B or you know,
that would
Kalani
be
or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Get out of that lane and put him in something else, man. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody to pay you, give this man a bag. That's what
you know what I'm saying. Hey man, we could A&R your joint, Cole. You know, holler at us, man. You know what I'm saying? We easy, man, on the connects. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna charge you that much either. But to me, I can see a direction, man, for Earth Gang, man. Like that ghetto guys, man, is serious.
It's very strong.
Their music shouldn't be underground college records.
Correct. I mean, they're bigger than what they're positioned to be. So, I mean, shout out to all the dudes, though. You know, they definitely still have much potential to really just do way more. Like you brothers said, they just need some better creative direction when it comes to their Dreamville collective. At least the one that we're talking about now. I'll say that.
And
I think Boz has it. I think they finally figured out what he's doing.
That's why I'm saying, like, Boz is another one that has a nice core fan base. I mean, we just got expectations. That's all it is, Cole, man. We just, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah.
You hit us with the first Dreamville and even the second Dreamville that just had the extra joints. Like the remaster. Which that was dope, bro. Like why can't we get a part 2 of that again?
Yep.
Shout out to the Dreamville squad, though. Shout out to
absolutely.
Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. And it's gonna be nothing less than ongoing success. So
what's your thoughts before we get up out of here, man? Just on this week, man. Any thoughts, man? Will being in rehab, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope records coming out, man. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, man. Anything y'all just want to get off your chest, man? Shout outs before we get up out of here.
Nah, man, I just want to, I'm saying, big up to Earth Gang. Definitely, man. I know we was kind of talking about Dreamville as if we was let down, but I at least want to give them the highs. And the highs was that Earth Gang album. Really, the last two Earth Gang albums were just great albums, great work by them. I wish they would, man, if they can get with Organized Noise and Sleepy Brown, we would get the next reincarnation
I
of.
would love to see them just like I would love to see J. Cole just do what almost like Currency does. Do a whole album with a certain producer group. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's almost like, hey, take them down to Atlanta and let Organized Noise handle all that. You know what I'm
Handle
saying?
all of it.
Let them produce up.
They
Because
got the
I think
Atlanta
Bebo was saying
swag.
that, or Jay Kent was saying it, that the album game is just fella. I think we were talking about Tyler the Creator and where he made a great album, but it's like, dude, he's around Pharrell and all those OGs.
Yeah.
So, hey man, get these young dudes around, man, like Organized Noise and these dudes that really do it down in Atlanta, and how they got it busy when LaFace was popping and all these other cats was moving.
And
You know
to
what I'm saying?
understand, because you gotta think too, Organized Noise was working with groups when they was in their prime, like Goody Mob, Outkast. This is where Earth Gang is right now, and they are Atlanta. They speak Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like they are Fulton County cats. You know what I'm saying? Like we need Earth Gang to have that same type of
Drop top
production.
Chevy music, dog. Come
'Cause
on.
they should carry the torch for Cass. I'm telling you. They got the swag, and you can throw JID in there too, because he's from ATL.
Yeah.
They all understand that. They come up from those roots. They don't come from the trap roots, really. They come from that Organized Noise tree.
Yeah, man. Like I said, and shout out to Hip Hop VCR, man. DMX 1 year today, you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like DMX was just so heavy in the game, man. Like again, like another dude, man, that just and we talked about this last time Hip Hop VCR was on as well. He could have been on Death Row, he could have been on Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like DMX, man, is just
such a
heavy in the game. And he smashed
energy.
Jay on that battle. Jay didn't never wanted to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just he's such a powerful spirit too, man. Just a powerful presence in hip hop was DMX, man. I mean, there's not too many like him, man. Like the energy was crazy, man. I mean, and brought it every time. He was. I don't want to say he's like Westbrook. But what I'm saying it is from an energy perspective. Like he's gonna bring it every single time he step on.
Hey
the
man,
court.
to have a habit and to do the records that he did, you know what I'm saying, in his prime. I mean, the dude was just amazing, man. A great dude.
Great dude, man.
Great
artist.
Like to me, every genius has that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde joint, and he navigated through that, man. So shout out to him. You know what I mean?
Another cat that came from the battle rap circuit too was X. So shout out to Dark, man. Rest in power, my brother.
X, man. Any shout outs, man? We got out here, Bebo.
Same deal. Rest in peace to the legend DMX.
Legend, icon.
Yeah, I mean, you brothers already laced a great summation of his ambiance that he did and still does permeate throughout the space of hip hop. I'm telling you, man. Arguably one of, if not the best hip hop performers, just period, hands down. So. Again, rest in peace, DMX, shout out to you and your loved ones, your family. Shout out to you all for supporting us here at Fresh Shout for an
absolutely
episode of the world's most
that thing down there. Hit that thing.
Subscribe, hit that other thing that looks like this, and hit that notifications bell. Y'all continue to stay safe out there. We're not out of the woods yet, if y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that right there. Peace to the Podfather.
Peace.
We got much love for y'all. Go ahead and again support us in a few ways in this regard right there. And what's the other one, Jay Kent? Where's that cup at? Or the tumbler, brother? Can we get that?
My tumbler's in my dishwasher, man. Yeah, you gotta get that tumbler joint. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
Got one of these too. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
don't get it twisted. Don't y'all be saying nothing either. Ain't nothing up in there. But
Hey man, we might have to do that. We have to do an
Peace to
episode, man, where we get
hip-hop
some of that Three Brothers up in that joint, man.
Oh man, for dig.
You know what I'm saying?
But God bless you all, man, and continue to rock with us. And it's all love either way, which way it goes, man.
Salute.
Go ahead and take us home as we go ahead and count some.
Hey, get that money. Like I said again, man. Shout out to Hip Hop VCR, all the fans, man. LB the Podfather, man. You know how it goes down, man. Every Wednesday 9:30. We just gave you our little that 38 special tonight, man. But like I said, man, that J Camp, Bebo P, man. You know how it goes down. That LB the Podfather, fresh out. We out, man. Peace. Enjoy your weekend, man. Stay safe, man.
Stay safe. Peace.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.